I'm Paul, and I'm a user experience designer and a digital product designer. As a user experience designer, I might work on a website or an app or a game, and what I would generally do is work with the business and understand what they wanted from that app or game, and then understand the users and what they want and what problem you're trying to solve, and then taking all that in mind is try and design a product that works for both the business and the users. Did my GCSEs, I did my A-levels, and then I went on to do a degree, mechanical engineering. I wanted to do something more creative, like product design or industrial design, but I got pushed by my dad towards engineering because you'll definitely get a job if you do engineering. And so I did that, and I loved it. I had a great time. And then came out of that and worked as an engineer, mechanical design engineer, for a few years. But showing my age now, but the internet was just sort of coming to fruition then. It was getting really popular, and I thought, right, I really want to get into building websites and that type of technology. I love the creative side of it and the technology side of it. I thought it's a good way to combine the two. So I just did some courses and self-taught a lot, ended up getting a job as a website designer, and then it sort of stemmed from there. I became a programmer, became involved in the planning and the design of websites, and worked for a number of companies, worked in the games industry for a little while, worked for myself for a little while, and then I've come full circle, and now I'm back self-employed, but with a lot of experience behind me. So what I love about the role is the creativity and the problem solving, using the technology, working with lots of different people across lots of different sectors, and coming up with creative solutions. Teamwork and leadership. So, like I said, we like to think of ourselves in the middle of everything, so being able to communicate with the whole team, the business and other users, so from understanding what the business needs are, what the customer needs are, and then communicating that back down to the development team so that when they build the product, it's as you've designed it and as the business wants it and as the customers want it. So also what's really important is creativity and problem solving, because often you're faced with you're given a problem and you're asked to come up with a solution. So come up with creative ideas to those, and often you're given a time limit and a budget to work to. So being creative with your ideas to keep it working within that time frame and budget is really important. And that problem solving ability, you'll find you need it every day. So the labour market at the moment, the UX design is a massively growing sector. I think companies are really understanding now that if your product doesn't work for the user, then there's so much choice out there that the user, if it was a mobile app for example, and they download it and then think, oh, this doesn't work or it doesn't do what I want to do, they uninstall it and download another one. There's so many things available. So if your product doesn't work for them, they won't use it. And companies really understand the need for designing it right and making it work. So it's a massively growing sector. And also there's so much opportunity there with respect to the areas you could work in. You could work in e-commerce, so shopping, or in games, in education, or mobile apps, or even conversational design, for Siri or Google Assistant. There's so many different areas. That's what makes it massively interesting. For me, it's a great sector to work in.